Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View and welcome back, finally, to a match preview after our national/European break. That's
National
what
break.
we've had.
It's the national break. Fleck. Yes, national break. It's not the international break, just national.
No, it's just national because I don't know if it's worldwide because everyone else is still playing. And in this country, it's not like they played loads of games. They played domestic games. We just weren't part of them. And then in Europe, still the same continent. So, we're going to call it national. But we're back and we're not actually back. Well, at the time of recording, we still got another couple of days. But actually, this is the day before the game. We got Everton away at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, their new stadium. We've never traveled there before, so a new bit of history to start their record books of traveling to this stadium. Nothing to refer to in previous meetings because we haven't gone there before. A long time off. Michael Carrick spoke a couple of days ago about Matthijs de Ligt and Mason Mount. No surprises, really, is there? I mean, who cares at this? Not who cares. That's quite disingenuous, but we're just not expecting on the tip of the tongue of like, they're going to be back here. It's taking ages.
Whenever you hear the word minor, you know what I mean? It's a minor thing.
Yeah.
It's a minor thing. That's when we know, okay.
And he just lies.
He's going to be out for a while. Particularly when it comes to Mason Mount, right? I mean, how many times is this now of, a minor thing and then we don't see him for weeks, months, and let's face it, when those questions are asked to Michael Carrick, I think in the presser, no one's expecting they'll be back at the weekend. They say him to kind of get out the way that they know they're probably going to be for a while till they get back. So, yes. As far as the team, though, it's an interesting one. Obviously, it feels like a lifetime ago that we had our last match, but we have to remember what that match was. And it was that 1-1 draw against West Ham. It was the first slip up under Michael Carrick, right? 4 straight wins. And that was the time that Frank was going to get his hair cut 5 in a row, but we're still unbeaten. So we're still in a good way. Carrick was asked about that in the press conference, sort of saying, was that a setback? And you sort of go, no, these things happen, but the interesting thing now is the team selection, isn't it? Because going into the other games, it was, well, why change what's working? And actually in the West Ham game, he had to change what wasn't working to make sure something did work. And that was Benjamin Sesko. So, the real question is, does Sesko start? Everyone thinks, I guess, that he should, but is it the right game for it, Fleck? That's the question.
Yeah, it's you never really know until you start the game, innit? Everything's great in foresight of this is what we should do for this and this is what we should do for that. Based off the last game, he deserves it and this, that, and the other. And everyone could be like, he's got to start and then he might not play very well, might need to come off, and then player who comes on scores and you go, maybe he should have started. Yeah.
Acuna.
And it's
same with Acuna, wasn't it? It was the same with Acuna
exactly.
weeks ago.
So to be honest, this isn't hanging our hat on things of like definitive statements of what the player is, but I would say he deserves to start this game is what I would say. Whether it's the right play for this team, it could well be. They're going to have 2 big centre halves in Branthwaite and Tarkowski probably. So, aerially, you want someone to compete with them, give them something to think about. You want a fox in the box. You want someone who can make a chance out of nothing. You want someone who's in a little bit of good form in terms of on a little bit of a goal run, got a good feeling about himself. Had time to work under Michael Carrick in terms of understanding what he's asking for him. Saved us twice. Give him a start. What does that look like for the rest of the front line if he starts? Who comes out?
That's the question, isn't it?
I look at, you see the Ahmad thing, right? I'll be honest. I see the Ahmad thing. I get it in terms of the output, but I like the way he plays the game. I think he's important for balance. And Mbeumo, though, gives you constant threat, and he's important for balance as well. It might have to be Cunha, It might have to be Cunha, but I'm not sure how comfortable Ahmad or Mbeumo are on the left. And I don't know if I'm just overthinking it because, like I said in the last game against 2 good fullbacks, the left-hand side didn't look great between Cunha and Mbeumo, or whether they just won't look comfortable there on their left foot. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. So do you know what? I would go Ahmad on the right and Mbeumo on the left. I'd give him another go on the left, see what he can do, and Sesko through the middle.
This will probably It will probably be the first one that if somehow Cunha didn't start, if somehow Šeško didn't start, which by the way is a possibility. Like I
he might just go with the same team.
I wouldn't be totally shocked if the team news came out and it was like,
Šeško's and it's not a disgrace if that happens.
No, but that would probably be the first time that maybe that Carrick would be like the questions would be going, oh, that's a big call. You know what I mean? He's done well. Yeah. But then that was the same big call he made going into the Manchester derby because Šeško was in form then, and it was no, it's not the right game for him, and it worked out. It was at the time that's a big call, but it turned out to be correct. I'm with you. I think he probably does start Šeško, and then who comes out? Probably Cunha, I think, as well.
I don't think definitely not Mbeumo. I can't see Mbeumo being on the bench.
Would go to the right. I don't see a situation where Mbeumo goes to the left. I think it'll be Ahmad on the left, and then, as you say, it would just be a case of how comfortable is he? If it does work, great. If it doesn't, then Cunha's there to come on, isn't he? And affect the game. And he's been really positive coming off the bench in other games as well. When it does come to Everton, though, look, it can't be overlooked that actually they're having a pretty decent season. You know, they're up to 8th in the Premier League, 1 loss out of their last 4, which was their last game. But it's typical David Moyes, isn't it? You know, it's typical David Moyes.
Difficult to beat.
Yeah, and if you ask some of the West Ham fans about would they have Moisey back now, or do they regret getting rid of him? You know what I mean? Because this is an Everton team as well. That when Moyes came in, there was this whole like, well, they might be going down as well. New owners, but they're in a lot of trouble. And basically, ever since he's come in, they've been completely fine. But it's also stable, an Everton team that you don't really know what you're going to get. They don't have the like, you know, it would be like go to Goodison Park. Oh, it's going to be a tough one because it's still early in the Hills Dickinson. There's not really that, oh, you're going to go there, you're going to have a tough go. It's a lovely stadium. It's a lovely stadium.
It's quite nice for players to go to. They feel quite comfortable. It's probably one of the ones where it's a brand new stadium. The away dressing room's probably not a shithole. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's obviously not as good as the home. That's always the case. But apart from at West Ham. But it's probably nice facilities. Everything's pristine. It's brand new, right? It's just open. So I agree with that. It's just the team we're playing against. You know, they've got some good players. You know, Dewsbury Hall hurt us last time we played against him. You know what James Garner's been doing. Idrissa Gueye's handy. You got Ndiaye on one side, probably Tariq George maybe on the other. You know, and then you look at up front with Tieno Barry, who isn't a prolific scorer.
Wow. But last time he played against us, he dominated De Ligt, didn't he? Bloody hell.
Exactly. He's a handful. So Mikalenko at left back, Pickford in goal. I think Patterson probably coming right back, and then Tarkowski, Branthwaite as a basis, and then they go from there. But they're well drilled. They'll be organised. No Grealish as well. So look, I'm not actually expecting a really top performance. I think this is going to be a grind out. I just think these type of games are going to remind us we've still got a way to go. I'm still not convinced with that team yet. I know, like, we're back, we're enjoying it. Oh, Cunha surf. We had our like real steam ahead, and then it's like a little bit of a humbler against West Ham, and Everton will probably play something similar along the lines of, you know, how West Ham
progressive,
a bit more progressive because they've got some good players in there, but I don't think it'll be chalk and cheese between what we're going to face. So I think we're going to have to grind it out. There are going to be moments in the game where we've got the ball, we've got to make things happen. We can't be slow. We can't see what we saw last time in terms of, like, we were looking at it, weren't we? Going, there's no zip about what we're doing. It's like they're allowing you to have the ball, but don't use that as a false sense of security. They're technically in control of the game at the minute because of how slow you're moving the ball. This is by design of what they want. So we got to go and disprove any beginning forming narratives that sit off them a bit, they ain't got a clue, because the evidence does support that. The stats do support that.
Give them the ball and they'll struggle, kind of
exactly
thing, you know?
And you can't expect that to change in 12 days, but I think the approach and the intensity of trying to do things can change in 12 days, and that's what we need to do. So I'm gonna predict. So that's the only change I'm going to predict. I think you agree as well that the SESKO for for Cunha, we're going with that one. Yeah. The rest will be as is. I think so. Carrick spoke in the presser a couple of days ago, and that was the only. There's no other players back or out, so that should be it. I'm going to go with the 2-1 Man United.
2-1. 2-1. I'm with you on the 2-1. I think we might have a bit more joy than we did against West Ham, just because I think these are the more difficult games.
They'll open out a bit more.
Away from home. You're still expected to play and not dominate, but do some stuff. But I think Everton will. with West Ham, it's not like the crowd was encouraging them, go at them, attack them. They were like,
no, they weren't.
Whereas at Everton, they will be a bit like that. There's an expectation of, pragmatism mixed with a bit of go at them, which will help us quite a bit as well. Because Everton, it is a bit of a misnomer about David Moyes' teams that they don't play, because they do play. They've got players to play.
They get the ball forward quick and wide.
Exactly. So I'm going to go over 2-1 as well, but maybe we go 1-0 down. It might be another late winner kind of vibe, and then the whole discussion about how sustainable that is all over again. But I'm going to go over 2-1 Man United win.
Yeah, and just win the game. If we can win this and keep building momentum, stay unbeaten, and get back to winning ways, it will be a really good positive going into the next game, which I think is Palace at home. So, yeah, there you go. All right, guys, big up to yourself. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get your predictions in the comment boxes below, and also get your predicted lineups as well in there. And I'll be on the match view as well with DJ and Owen too.
It's just me and you.
Oh, just me and you. Yeah. Look at him on holiday. Look at him. Okay, myself and Owen will take you through it, man. We'll be there. Take care. We're gone. Peace.